All right, we're back here. Week 2 of the warehouse games are in the books. Again, running off with no script, so bear with me as I try to ramble through what's been going on in my brain here for the last hour. We got 3 2-0 teams. We have 3 0-2 teams, and we have the 4 1-1 teams. So nothing's going to be decided this early in the season. But granted, these teams with no wins need to get one. And obviously, for us that are not undefeated, these teams that have no losses, they need to get one too. All right, let's get to these games here. Let's start off with the game that disgusted me the most, and that's my game, where I lost 97-64 to the Misfits, who are now 2-0 for the second year in a row. As Dave's team was the number 1 seed last year, he's looking to do so again, it looks like. Again, the 97-64 win over my lame ass privates. He had the sleeper of the week, the shout out player of the week, Alfred Morris, got him 20, which was more than enough to stretch out this victory over my team. All right, so next game up was Will's 71-75 loss to Ruxin's team. Big trade between the two this week prior to the game. Giovanni Bernard kind of spit at Ruxin saying, well, you traded me. I throw in 22. Julio Jones kind of did the same thing, got 14, 15 points for him. Those guys were kind of swapped for each other with Lacey also and Forte being in there, either of them doing very much in the game. I'm sure they'll both contribute heavily. I like both of these teams after the trade. I think they both made themselves better. We'll see as it goes along if it was good enough to be in the Final Four. But again, Ruxin's 75-71 win over defending champion Will, who's now 0-2, needs to get a win or that Shiva's going to have a new address. Also in this game, we have my choker of the week. Last Thursday, Big Ben put up a rousing 8 points. If your starting quarterback gets you 8 points, there's a good chance he's going to be choker of the week if you lose the game, especially when you lose by 4. You got to expect 15 points minimum out of a quarterback. You were pathetic, Ben. So yeah, that's the biggest reason Will lost was that Ben Roethlisberger couldn't carry his weight. Next up, we had Jack's Colonials getting a bye week playing Jacob and the Sacco Boys. Looks like Jacob is enjoying the Sacco Boy name and would like to and have it for another season, as he again played Matt Prater, the suspended kicker. I had a conversation with Jacob this week about the kicker, and he assured me that that wasn't going to be the difference in his team. I hope you realize that Denver has a bye through the first few weeks, and you're going to be playing 5 weeks without a kicker if you don't do something. Just saying, Jacob. Jacobs assured me that the kicker will not make a big difference, and he will make the playoffs. I think he's kidding himself, but hey, I don't know that much, I guess. Okay, next game up, we have the Milfs 125-75 victory over Mark's Guardians of the Gridiron. Rough week for Mark with 75 points. A lot of us had rough weeks, including Mark, but the 75 points is not going to normally get you a victory unless you're Ruxin. So, yeah, the 50-point loss, it happened. The MILF, again, is 2-0. Big rebound from last season where he started out rough, had a lot of injuries, but the MILF's got his team rolling in the right direction, and looks like he's headed back to the Final Four for the first time in a couple of years. But we will see how that plays out. The last game that we're going to talk about here is the 139-69 shellacking that Matt's Bogus Journey did to Anthony's Good Shit. So I'm thinking maybe the names here got a little changed. Like Matt had an excellent adventure, and I think that might be like a mediocre shit. Maybe even some diarrhea. I don't know what to call it, but calling it good shit when you score 69 is not good. All right, so my players of the week, and we already mentioned my shout out player. My sleeper player was Alfred Morris. My choker player again was Ben Roethlisberger. How awful. My players of the week are going to go to Jack's Colonials. Even though he had a walkaway win, I have to acknowledge that Jimmy Graham showed everyone why he's the number 1 tight end of the year, and it's not Gronk. In fact, Gronk's way down on the list. Big disappointment so far for yours truly. But anyways, Jimmy Graham, 23 points. The Browns knew they were passing to Jimmy Graham, and he still got open every time. It was a little crazy. I was watching the whole day on Red Zone as the Bears were off till Sunday night. I watched that game a lot. They had it on Red Zone a lot, and I had a couple players in the game, and Jimmy Graham just was a beast. Got 23, did a great job. The other player of the week is also from Jack's team. I gave him 2 of them. That's the Patriots defense, who scored 28 points, playing the child abusers team, as he was sitting at home because he likes to beat his son to a little bit of an excessiveness. So, anyways, not too much on that, but I'll be honest, I'm very happy that they set him out for a while and show him that the NFL is for people with morals. And it's a privilege to play in the NFL. And these men who are hitting children and women should learn that this is a privilege. Just because you're a great athlete and you can run a 4.4 or you can run through 6 guys, if you're going to beat your wife or if you're going to be excessive and beat your kid, we don't want you here. But back on track. Anyways, those Patriots put up 28 to give Jack 51 with 2 players. I can choose 1 or 2 other players, and Jack basically would outscore almost every other team, including Jimmy, who won, Will, myself, Anthony, and Mark. So Jack had a big put out from those 2. They deserve the shout out as the players of the week. All right, so that's last week's games. Looking forward to this week's games. Again, it is early. A lot of things can still happen, but we do have some decent matchups. Let's get the one matchup out of the way real quick that really means nothing, because I believe it's going to be a blowout, and that is when Sacco Boy's 0-2 team goes to 0-3 when they take on Dave's Misfits, who absolutely needs a bye this week. No, he didn't. The scheduling here just falls right into his lap as Dave looks to move right back to 3-0 again for the second season in a row. All right, enough of the jealousy. Let's move on to a game that should be interesting. That's the Midway Monsters, Ruxton's team, also 2-0. Hey, even if you score 75 and you win, it counts. Anthony knows that from last week. So they each have kind of wins where they scored low points. Anthony 1-1, big game for him, so he can get right back in there with Ruxton and make them both 2-1 with a win. So that's an opportunity for him. I have the same opportunity as my privates are going to go MILF hunting, and my 1-1 team is looking to take down Eric's MILFs to bring them to 2-1. So me and him are also 2-1. Wish us luck in our hunt for MILF. Also, we got 2 0-2 teams going down. Mark's Guardians of the Gridiron, who have started 0-2 for the second season in a row, are taking on defending champions who are 0-2 and slowly losing their grip on the Shiva. So big game for both of those guys. And then our one lone game of 1-1 teams, we got Matt's Bogus Journey that looked excellent last week, going up Jack's Colonials. They're both, again, 1-1. Should be a good game. They're division rivals, so one of them's going to get a nice little heads up on the other early in the season. All right, guys. I like everything that's going on here. I know there's been some disagreement on trades and whatnot. I like the trading process. I think it's good for the league. It brings excitement to it. I enjoy it. I like watching it. I like discussing it. I like everything about it. So keep them up. Keep up the trades. Keep up the bitching. It's fine. That's what I'm here for. So good luck this week. Again, I'll be watching Red Zone all day. Hopefully watching my privates destroy that MILF. And after that, have a good week. We'll see you next time.